tending to our garden. So cultivating our own resilience really requires the same attention to pulling weeds and planting seeds as tending to a garden of blooming flowers. So we will explore how honoring the earth, Mother Earth, also parallels tending to our own garden, our physical bodies. And remembering that our bodies are fragile and need continual attention as well. So just as we have this one earth that we live on, that we all share and live on and must care for, we also only have this one body that we must live in and care for. So just as Earth Day is about putting in place measures to care for our planet, we can also put into place measures of self-care. Right, to care for our physical bodies, like eating healthy, meditating, exercising. And while, with a meditation practice, we can care for our minds, we're also caring for our bodies by building internal resources and renewing our energy when we feel depleted or stressed. So it's through our own awareness that we can really discern what our bodies need, what is called for moment to moment, and then really honor that. Our body is the only vehicle that we have in which we move through the world and through our lives. So we really must tend to it carefully. Just like we tend to a garden or tend to Mother Earth, we must tend to our bodies. And I want to read a quote by Jim Rohn. Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. Okay, so we're going to move now into our formal meditation practice. So if you would like to find a comfortable posture that's supportive, so making any adjustments that you feel are necessary right now that will support you for the next 15 or 20 minutes. And then if it feels comfortable, closing your eyes or just softening the gaze. And so perhaps just taking one nice, slow, elongated breath, breathing in the nourishing air, and then just releasing anything that your body doesn't need, anything that you don't need in this moment. So the invitation is to just kind of let go of whatever came before, and likewise not think about or worry about anything that's going to come later. So just taking a moment to settle in, feeling your feet on the floor and your sits bones in the chair as a way of really knowing that you're here. Becoming present in the body and in this moment, and knowing that you are sitting here. And then also perhaps lengthening the spine, allowing the crown of the head to move towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Grounding the feet further into the floor. And feeling the support of your feet beneath you, and then the floor beneath that, and perhaps even imagining the support of the earth below that. So allowing yourself to rest in the support that's here, your chair, your own body, the earth below. And then perhaps now tuning into the breath as a way of becoming even more grounded into the body and in the moment. So just following along with the breath, riding the wave of your own breath cycle. So, not needing to change the breath in any way, but just following along and perhaps noticing how the breath is in this moment. Maybe it's easy, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's a bit labored if you were rushing before. But just letting the breath come in and out of the body as it will. And as the mind wanders, which it surely will at some point, then just bringing it back to an awareness of the breath coming in and out of the body. And being with the breath as you would a dear friend, a good companion. Maybe allowing the awareness to drift to wherever you might be feeling the breath most vividly in this moment. Where is the breath most alive for you? And that could be the belly, feeling the rise and fall of the belly with each inhalation and each exhalation. Maybe even placing a hand on the belly if that is the area that you're feeling the breath most vividly. Or perhaps for you, it's in the chest area, feeling the expansion of the rib cage with each inhalation, feeling the lungs deflating on the exhalation. And if it feels right, if that's where the breath is most prominent, then perhaps even placing a hand on the chest or over the heart. Or if you felt the breath in the belly, keeping your hand on the belly or placing your hand on the belly. Or perhaps even placing one hand on the chest and one hand on the belly. As you're following along with the breath, perhaps noticing the warmth of your own touch. Making it a point to bring some kindness to the body through the touch of your hand. Maybe even leaning in towards your own touch, leaning in towards the warmth of your own kind and caring touch. And you can feel free to let the hands fall away and just rest them in your lap, or continue to give yourself a warm and caring touch. And now the invitation, as you're ready, like a warm beam of light, sending your attention, your awareness down to the soles of the feet, feeling your feet resting gently on the floor, or perhaps it's in a pair of shoes. And perhaps clutching the toes ever so slightly against the shoes or the floor as a way of really bringing your awareness down to the feet. And for some of us, it's hard to feel our toes and the bottom of the feet. And that's okay too. And then just sensing that support of Mother Earth below us. Perhaps feeling, allowing ourselves to feel the connection to all other beings that share the earth with us. Whether it's a family member in your own household, the fellow meditators in our community, or maybe even all the strangers inhabiting the earth. Although we may not know them, we are connected. We are all connected by Mother Earth. And perhaps allowing a sense of common humanity and this shared sense of our Mother Earth, just to kiss the soles of your feet in this moment. Feeling the warmth of all human life energizing us from the ground up. And now perhaps slowly beginning to move a warm and kind attention up from the feet. Perhaps pausing at the ankle joint, the joint that supports us in standing and allows us to walk upright. And embracing whatever sensations may be present in the ankle joint. So just circling the ankle with awareness to see what is here in this moment. and bringing that kind awareness to whatever sensations make themselves known, whether they are pleasant or unpleasant or even neutral. And now moving up from the ankle through the meaty calf muscles, simply noticing what's here. Perhaps there's tingling or denseness, tightness, or perhaps some ease in the calf muscles. So, making space and allowing for whatever sensations are present, whatever arises in this moment. For surely there are parts in our body that there is discomfort that may be making itself known as we explore the physical body. There's always the opportunity to breathe some ease into any areas of tension as we move up from the calf muscles now, continuing up to the knee. And here, perhaps noticing the gentle tug of a pant leg, and pausing here. And for some of us, our knees can give us some difficulty, and rarely are both the same. So, exploring, taking a moment just to notice any differences between the two knees. And then moving up the large muscle area of the front and back thigh, feeling contact on a chair or a cushion, sensing deep into the femur bone, the largest bone in the body. Allowing your awareness now to come to rest where the sits bones are making contact in the chair. And just sensing into those contact points, feeling what is present. Now, perhaps tuning into the pelvis, noticing how it rests above the buttocks. And then the midsection, feeling the belly. Maybe taking a moment here to tune into the breath, feeling the belly rising and falling with each breath. And then allowing the awareness to move up to the rib cage, to the chest. Maybe noticing the rise and fall of the chest with the rhythm of your breathing. Maybe even tuning into the heart region. Perhaps being able to sense the beating of your own heart in this moment. Perhaps not, but just bringing an awareness, a kind and gentle awareness. And now perhaps directing your awareness, your attention around to the back. And just noticing perhaps your back is resting against the back of a chair, perhaps not. Tuning into the shoulder blades. Feeling the gentle movement of the shoulders as you're breathing. And then tuning into the shoulders and the neck area, and just taking a moment to notice what's here. We often hold so much tension in our shoulders and our neck. So, if that's the case, perhaps inviting a little bit of ease, maybe shifting the posture slightly, and just breathing into any areas of tension. And then moving up to the jaw area, taking a moment to notice are the teeth clenched, perhaps inviting a slackening of the jaw, just letting the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth, letting the jaw slacken and open slightly. Bringing in awareness now to the tiny facial muscles along the cheekbones, moving up the sides of the temple and across the forehead, and taking a moment to perhaps allow the forehead to ease a bit. Sometimes we furrow the brow, and then allowing your awareness to come to rest on the crown of the head. Sensing into anything that's making itself known, whether it's slight sensation in the skin of the scalp, and then now, as you are ready, beginning to fan your awareness outward and down, down from the crown of the head, through the face and the neck and the shoulders, and down both arms, resting your attention gently on the tips of the fingers, and just noticing any tingling or pulsing or heat or coolness in the palms of the hands. And then allowing the awareness to come back to the midsection of the body, coming from the arms through the shoulders to the midsection, back down through the buttocks and the legs, all the way down to the soles of the feet once again. Allowing your awareness to linger at the soles of the feet. And then just releasing this practice now and resting in your own experience for a moment while I end with a poem by Donna Falls. Birthright. Despite illness of body or mind, in spite of blinding despair or habitual belief, you are whole. Let nothing keep you separate from the truth. The soul, illuminated from within, longs to be known for what it is. Undying, untouched by fire or the storms of life. There is a place inside where stillness and abiding peace reside. You can ride the breath to go there. Despite doubt or hopeless turns of mind, you are not broken. Spirit surrounds, embraces, fills you from the inside out. Release everything that isn't your true nature. What's left, the fullness, light and shadow, claim all that is your birthright. And so now, as you're ready, I would invite you to gently allow your eyes to open and perhaps wiggling your fingers and toes and giving yourself any kind of a stretch that you might need, whether it's just stretching your head from side to side or giving yourself a neck roll, whatever feels appropriate for you in this moment after having been seated here for this meditation. So I'd like to thank you all so much for your practice today.